Hello, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the team that basically got me over the legend rank again from basically my journey in this week, basically from starting at 2450. We finally hit legend again, which only took me not even 4 days. So yeah, we have the Milotic here in the team, and you saw already what this thing can do. Took a shield, got even switch advantage back, and made my opponent surrender. Yeah, I played this team one game before and I thought, this team is most likely really garbage and shouldn't really work out that well. But I used the Gyarados as a safe swap, and as soon as I started using the Milotic as a safe swap, things turned around. Because with Milotic you have like way more chances, for example against this Togekiss here, to get shields, to nuke that thing away, whatever you really think of. And yeah, in general you have like way more potential here. My opponent even throws a move because he would die otherwise from my quick moves. We can get some extra energy and we are in a really decent spot here already. This team worked like a charm. I didn't expect it to work as much. Having Gyarados as a closer is like pretty much the safest thing that you can do in general, especially with like the combination of your lead and your Milotic as a backline. Because what really beats your Gyarados hard, like it's only basically, I would guess, the Charm user, which you already get out with the Milotic and the Dragon Tail, which is most of the time the Togekiss anyway, and you have Blizzard for that, and you always get to a Surf and a Blizzard, so you can always wait if you want, like you can go for the Blizzard immediately if you want. It can take a Blizzard from full health if you don't have so much chip damage on that, but I think if you have a completely neutral matchup, you might want to Surf and then go for the Blizzard. I think you wouldn't, just barely. But yeah, in general, the Magnezone is basically the biggest problem in general for the Gyarados, and you have a hard counter in the lead for that. You have something that definitely baits the thing out because it resists the quick move and it's like a water type and you don't really want to face it with the Magnezone anyway. And yeah, here this team we battle, I think against right now, I battled this like twice or something. And I thought, okay, who the hell did this team? Because it was so easy to beat for me. It was like no tacticals team. Yeah, this team is just a hard counter to this team. Like those team cannot do anything against this. Like what does he want to do? Does he, I don't know. Here you have the Magnezone lead against the Excadrill. You have Gyarados with Water Force switching in against either your own Gyarados with a Dragon Breath or your Dragon Tail Milotic. You can like decide which one to use, both are fine. And then you have like the Hexers in the back again against either the Gyarados, where I guess like Gyarados is a bit better because it resists the counter damage, or the Milotic, but both of them are totally fine. So there's nothing the opponent really can do there, and we battled this team I think twice or 3 times even. We always won easily. So thanks to though doing those teams, very nice to face them. If I can just like completely hardwall them, it's always a pleasure. But yeah, this might be actually a tough game. We have like a fighting type there. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be a loss. There's nothing really you can do here anymore. There was a hard counter as hell. We can go for the Rock Slide, but we won't be able to get to another Rock Slide against the Togekiss, and yeah, this is gonna be a game over because Blizzard won't KO even if we get there, sadly. That's gonna be, yeah, you can get the Charm through and you're gonna survive with like, yeah, 2 HP and okay, a bit more. It's like 5% of his HP left. So, good game there. Nothing we can do there really, but you can't win them all, of course. Like, you cannot win them all. But here against Snorlax, usually we have an ABB line. So what you kind of want to do if you have a neutral lead, for example Snorlax, you can go for one move, you can farm up some extra energy, and then you're going to try to catch the superpower on the Milotic. Milotic, again, better safe swap in my opinion than the Dragonite. The Gyarados in this team anyway. We can farm on the Snorlax, we have extra energy, we have alignment. All we need, the secondary matchup is always the most important matchup anyway. For example, you see here, we have the Togekiss against us now. We have our Excadrill, which you can align against us. He has the Excadrill in the back. If we had the alignment like differently, I think we easily would have lost this game, but like this, we're going to be even able to kind of troll our opponent and catching the draw run here on the Gyarados, and this game is basically over already. So yeah, there's nothing really my opponent can do anymore. We can go for a Nocra Tail. He has 2 shields down. I don't know what he's even thinking. He catches a move. I mean, he might still have a play there. Cannot swap out in time. But I should be able to get to the Rock Slide before he can get to his move while I charged up to 2 moves. So there was nothing he can do actually. So I'd still have 2 shields here. I'm gonna win this game easily, and this is gonna be a good game there to my opponent. It's this team like worked really, really well. Like, yeah, I didn't even like. I started using this team like midway through a set where I was already 0-3, and I thought, okay, this team did like kind of okay because I then I went like 2-3 in the first set. I thought, but I didn't even play this team really in the first set, or like one of the games were like, which I didn't put in there, where I used it wrong because I didn't know how to use it yet. But since then, I think I lost like 2 games or something with this team, which is like so crazy, or like 3 or something, but it still was like such a solid team for having spice like Milotic in there. Like, I can definitely recommend you using Milotic if you haven't done that yet. A really cool Pokemon, definitely a fun pick to use. And yeah, in general, here we have Garchomp against us. Oh no, we have Dragon Tail, we can go for some Surus. It's basically the Milotic League, like there's nothing that hard counters you, like literally I don't think there's anything that really hard counters you where you have nothing to do. So it's basically the safest save swap that you can have in the current league. I guess the Magnezone is the worst thing, but you still have Surf for that, and you should be able to at least get to 1 there. And if you even shield, maybe you can actually even win this in it. Nah, okay, you cannot win this in 2 shields, but you can go to 2 shields at least against the Magnezone and leave him basically defenseless with that thing as well if you shield like wild charges. Because then Surf would KO him, and he has to definitely shield twice against that. Hit Powder, I thought, this is kind of unfortunate. I don't really know what I want to do here. I have this opponent against me, I have my Excadrill, and I have 2 water types in the back. And my opponent actually perfectly swaps there into his Gyarados. I go into my own Gyarados, because I have the Dragon Breath. I see nearly no Gyarados with Dragon Breath, and I have no idea why. It's, in my opinion, just best Pokemon in the current league. Why is everybody running Waterfall? Like, why the hell are you doing this? It doesn't make sense at all. Cannot recommend that. You should definitely, in my opinion, run the Dragon Breath on most teams, unless you use it in the lead. I think in the lead, Waterfall might have some more play, because then you have a really neutral lead that can also deal with something like a Togekiss. I think against Togekiss you can actually win the 0 and the 1 shields or something with Waterfall. So I think there does make sense, but as a safe swap, I think Dragon Breath is just a better move. To be honest, even against Togekiss, you should be able to get a shield if you have some extra energy lead, and if you have a good Gyarados, you can go for 3 Aqua Tails, as I already showed this in a video prior to this on Wednesday, I think it came out. No, Thursday. This video mostly comes out on a Saturday. I'm pre-recording right now, and like I'm Thursday again. Always try to get ahead on the schedule, because sometimes it's a bit tough to make daily videos. So having something in advance planned is always pretty nice, especially if you do then those videos about Mylar analysis. And in general, those videos are going to change, by the way, in the future. Because, yeah, in general, I think I'm not going to showcase any more Pokemon there. Because, yeah, I think like people are able to figure that out anyway if they see the teams. So what I'm just going to do is going to showcase most likely 10 teams every time we have a new meta, and talk about the Pokemon while I'm doing that, because I think that's just a bit of play in general, and I think it's more exciting for you guys, because then you see more teams that you can potentially play. You still get some information about Pokemon, what I think is gonna be meta, and I think also I'm gonna do like some like 5 really meta teams, and then like 5 either like Pokemon with new moves in the season, or spicier Pokemon, or whatever. So I still have like those 5 teams that are always really good, and then those 5 teams that are more about spice. It's basically what I thought recently, because I looked through the videos that had like the most attention, the most like those videos that only covered teams. So I'm just gonna leave the Pokemon behind and just talk about a bit more in depth about teams, and then I think that's a better play anyway. Here we have the Metagross against us. He nearly caught me there. I think I actually went for the draw run, but I just got refunded by the game, which is nice. I hoped he shielded here, that would be really nice. He does shield, that's nice. Just gonna go for another move, and I'm gonna be able to get both shields. That's so nice, that's hilarious. And I can just shield here once, hope that he goes for the big move. He does go for the big move, I can farm down, and what do you want to do? You want to go to the... Yeah, he wants to go into the Metagross again, of course. Whatever he really wants to do with that, I don't really know, because we have the crunch here. We can crunch him all the way. Having the defense drop on the Metagross here right now, I actually predicted that in that spot. It's really cool in general, like defense drops are so nice, and like makes the Gyarados so much better than it was before. Gyarados like got so much more potential now with the 30% crunch debuff, because Dragon Breath against debuff Pokemon, it's just so nice. But here we have our Nice Milotic again, doing all the work, KOing everything at the end and just closing out all those battles. And yeah, we have Gyarados here again. Sadly with Awkward Tail, he has a set, like, it's okay as a lead in my opinion. If you use it there, it's fine, but he goes actually for the Outrage, which is interesting, and lets me farm it down, like, I take that. And now I think he goes into the Togekiss, where I thought, like, why? I have a Blizzard for you. Please shield. He doesn't shield. Meh. Why I said please shield is because, like, it doesn't really help me that much right now. I should have actually went for some serves. I still have to hit the Rock Slide there. I guess I could farm him down. Okay, let it go anyway. It's a Dragonite. Rock Slide here. Go back into the fake dragon here, basically. We also have, like, basically 2 long boys in the back there. Like, look how long they are. The Milotic with a long tail and the Gyarados, like, basically both, like, kind of cool snakes from the water. Double water snake team, hello. Metagross against us. Usually good for us, but in this scenario I think a bit bad because I think he can farm me down. And I don't think I can get to another surf in time because we're already that low. Usually, oh, he actually throws, it's really nice. Actually make a mistake here still, I think. Yep. I knew that it was an Earthquake, like I knew that he would be an Earthquake there, but I thought Excadrill had more attack than the Metagross, but I guess I was wrong, because Excadrill is really attack rated, and I think this might lose me the game. If I just farmed him down, I would have been fine. If I threw the move before, I would have been totally fine as well. He has now a hard counter line against me, and I should have definitely won this game. That was really stupid on my part. But what can you do? I put him low here, at least he doesn't throw against me, which is smart. And I think he actually gets all the debuffs here as well, if I remember correctly. 1 debuff. And number 2. Doesn't really matter anyway, but we would have easily won this if I just played it better, even though we got hard countered basically. Which is pretty interesting, but yeah. Togekiss against that. I saw so many Togekiss leads and I was like, thank God. But I actually remember I made also, I think, a video with the Togekiss lead. Didn't I? No, I had Togekiss in the back, I think, on the Hexor's video, if I'm not completely stupid. I think I'm actually completely stupid. I think I had something else in the back. I can't remember. I had Togekiss, Snorlax, and the Excadrill in this team. That's true. Maybe we have this here as well against us. Would make sense that my opponent then swapped out here. Maybe he has Excadrill in the back, then he might have watched my video, or just his brain on his own, because team building is not that difficult. I actually made a video about team building. It's on my channel below, like guides as a playlist or whatever. If you want to know how I usually make good teams, I don't do that all the times. Usually, like if it's just a team that I think might have some play someday or whatever. It's actually Gyarados and Nixon on my team. Also good. Like just like a normal team, I don't put that much effort in there than I do for like good teams, for example. If I would play like a tourney or whatever, like tournament, I just gonna go and spend at least 3-4 hours building a team around. Because I can, and what I can also do here is just destroy my opponent again with my Gyarados, because Gyarados just does not give a shit. We have a good lead here, and we have Gyarados as Safe Swap again. Is this a team which we already know? Is it the Hexor's in the back? I only realized after this game there, because I faced this team out twice, that there might be some YouTuber who made a video about this, so I researched it afterwards. Who was it? But it was then those team, I guess. Which is fine for me, because we just hard waters. Like, there's nothing he can do. But we have a different scenario here right now. Again, we go for the Dragon, but we have now the Milotic against it in the back, and not our not Garchomp, or Gyarados, so it's gonna be a bit different here. And we're gonna have to shield the second one, or shield the second one, because if he gets the Night Slash boost, it's definitely gonna be painful at the end. But here we can just go and farm him all the way down, because look how much this Dragon Tail does. Oh, he actually goes into this other one, and we catch the move perfectly. That was so nice. And yeah, at this point we just farm him down. We can actually easily go for the run and win this game. So yeah, good game there to my opponent. Nothing he can do here anymore. And into the last match of this video, we're gonna have the Snorlax against us, which is fine. And you saw my elo there, I think 2995, so we went positive in this set, which brought us up, of course, to legend rank again. And this I basically only did to show you, like, it's still like nearly 20 days left, I think. We have still a go battle day. If you struggle, totally okay right now, but you can still easily get to your legend still. So don't worry too much about this. I should have thrown a move there with my Milotic against this Turkish though. That's something that's a bit worrisome. But let's see what he has in the back. It's gonna be close. He has an extra drill in the back. We can go for one move here. I'm gonna try to catch the move, I think. I know I'm just gonna swap out immediately, never mind. Don't mind me. And yeah, I can just shield here. Goes on the rock slide, it's fine. We can go for another move here. You can go for another rock slide, but it's gonna come down to the wire again. And he goes into the Snorlax. Actually, I remember this game. I'm gonna lose at the end, spoiler, because my opponent actually sneaks in a move while I try to tap my Dragon Breath, which just didn't work out, and I have no idea why. And this kind of hurts me exactly here. He got the move through. I clicked one time on there, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks all for watching, and see you in the next video. Really unlucky that it didn't run through, but fine.